Diane, and his father's younger sister. My daughter Dominique and Michael were born 5 months apart, so Michael has always been close to my heart. I am deeply honored to have been asked by Michael and Cherise to officiate their ceremony in front of their closest friends and family in the historic Piper's Opera House. I just learned today that Michael and Cherise had their first date here on St. Patrick's Day and fell in love with the place. Driving up here and waking up to the serene landscape and historic town, it took my breath away. Michael and Cherise explained to me why they chose this town and venue, but now I get it. Thank you both for getting some of us away from the busy Bay Area, and I'm sure you will both be seeing us here again. Now I'm going to take a moment to talk about Michael and Cherise. I need my tissue. This past year, the few times I've spent getting to know them as a couple, I noticed a special bond between them based on equality, mutual respect, and shared values. There is an ease and understanding between them, a shared love of nature and the outdoors, an appreciation of the simple pleasures of life, both close to home and abroad. And most of all, I noticed a willingness to grow and expand, both as individuals and as a couple. These are solid attributes for a committed marriage. But before the formalities of today's ceremony, I want to read a little story about how Michael and Cherise fell in love. Who doesn't love a good workplace love story? Okay. Michael and Cherise first met in 2015 at their workplace in Carson City. Their relationship started off slow, as Cherise noticed Michael as the type who kept to himself and did not interact with many coworkers. Their initial introduction was brief, and it was not until a year and a half later they met outside of work on a rooftop bar. Cherise finally saw beyond Michael's reserved nature and noticed his sweeter side. Michael was impressed with Cherise's feminist perspective, passionate opinions, and worldviews. Cherise gravitated towards Michael's no-nonsense frankness and ability to listen and let her vent about anything. Trust and mutual respect developed, and after 3 years, with many deep conversations under their belt, they both realized that they wanted to be more than friends. Okay, so someone had to make the first move. And who do you think that was?
Probably Cherise. Go, sister!
Okay, it was Cherise. It was Cherise that worked up the courage to ask Michael out on a first date. Her schoolgirl admission, "I like you," didn't go over as planned with Michael's. His response was, "That's nice." And then, after asking him out, his response was, "Let me check my schedule." What's a girl to do? Feeling slightly awkward, Cherise persevered. When Michael realized what was going on, he responded with laughter and agreed to go out. The rest is history. I am so thrilled you both found each other and wish you a soulful and inspired life together. Okay, now we will move on to the promises. Michael and Cherise, you came here today as individuals, but you will leave as husband and wife, blending your lives, expanding your family ties, and embarking upon a grand adventure together. The story of your life to come is still yours to write. Now I invite Michael and Charisse to read their promises to each other. Michael, you may begin.
Okay. Charisse, throughout my life, I've always wondered if I'd find that special someone, the woman that I knew for an absolute, irrevocable fact was the one that I was always destined to spend the rest of my days with. The woman with whom I'd embark on adventures throughout the world, the woman with whom I'd have intelligent discourse on a multitude of subjects, and ultimately, the woman who'd love me for my very essence of my personality, my quirks, and my strengths, as well as my shortcomings. I was always looking for that woman that would help me grow and learn and help me become a better man, just as I would help her grow and be the best person that she can be too. Now that I've found you, I no longer have to wonder anymore, because I'm well aware of the fact that I'm finally with the woman that I was always destined to be with from the very start. As I've told you before on several occasions, it is more than certain to me that you are one in 7.53 billion people. And no, I'm not biased. That is an unquestionable and definite fact. Of the almost 2 years that we've been together, I have been at my peak level of happiness, which is all thanks to you. I've never felt this way before in my entire life, and I'm so eternally grateful to be able to experience it with someone as wonderful, loving, and forgiving as you are. I have enjoyed every moment of learning who you are, the subjects that are important to you, your hobbies, your dreams, and even your fears too. It has been an absolute joy to form a life together with you and to have the mutual goals that we both want to achieve. You are part of me, and I am part of you. I am so grateful to have someone like you with whom I can entrust my secrets, my fears, my own individual goals, and any ideas that I have without any judgment whatsoever. You are that special someone that has always been there for me, whether I just need to talk to someone about my emotions or if I need a shoulder to cry on. You are, by far, everything that I've ever hoped for in a wife, and then some. As I've told you before, you are the woman that I dreamed about being with when I was just a little kid. I am more than certain that you and I are resilient and strong enough to go the long haul, just as I know that you feel the exact same way. I look forward to this life with you with hope and optimism and with the conviction that you and I will one day be very old, still laughing and loving, with smiles on our faces, just as we are right now. As we go forward together in this spiritual union, I have some promises that I would like to make to you, which I intend to keep for as long as both of us are alive. I promise to always support who you are and who you want to be. This goes as far as your interests and your hobbies, as well as your dreams and aspirations, no matter what they may be. I promise to work constructively and cooperatively with you in the coming years to overcome any challenges that we might face together. By doing so, I hope to grow and learn alongside you, no matter what the lesson may be. I promise to always be the man that you fell in love with, and that I will always be genuine to you by showing you my true self and emotions, now and always. I promise to engage in our relationship as an equal partner, which includes every aspect of the life that we wish to build together, our triumphs as well as our failures. I promise to always promote your individual freedom in our relationship, and by doing so, give you the space and time to be yourself in every facet of life that you want to pursue. Charisse, I love you to the ends of the earth. I look forward to this life with you with hope and compassion, and I can't wait to see the joys that it brings both of us.
Thank you, Michael. Charisse, you may now read your promise to Michael.
Michael, from the first day I met you, you have held a special place in my heart. You wanted nothing more than to be my friend, expected nothing from me, while simultaneously giving all of your time and attention. Each day that I have woken up since I met you almost 5 years ago, I have fallen a little more in love with you every day. With every smile, secret wink, and sideways glance, I fell deeper in love with you. The highlight of my day was and still is seeing your face, staring deep into your eyes, and hearing you laugh. All of these years, sharing good times and hard times, has led us to this day. The day I get to tell you, Michael Milovich, that I love you with all my heart and soul. These are my vows to you. I promise I will never take you for granted. I promise to love you, to accept you for the person you are now and the person you will become. I promise to give you space to grow, just as I know you will give space to me. In doing this, we will grow together. I promise to stand by your side, no matter what life sends our way, because I trust and cherish you. I know we will get through it together. I promise to show you in some small way each day how much you truly mean to me, and to fill our lives with joy, adventure, and treasure each precious moment. I promise to not be too stubborn to say I'm sorry and to admit when I am wrong, as I know you will do the same for me. These are my vows to you. Neither of us are perfect, and we will have our struggles. For the rest of our lives, I will give you all and meet you halfway, now and forever, and for the rest of our life. I choose you.
Thank you, Charisse and Michael. Now we will move on to the vows. With these promises to each other, I ask you, Michael, do you take Charisse to be your wife, to love, honor, and cherish her for all time?
I do.
Charisse, with your promises in mind, do you take Michael to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish him for all time?
You better.
At this time, we will now present the rings. Joining us on stage are Charisse's maid of honor, Ashley, and Michael's best man, Mark. Thank you for presenting the rings. These rings are a symbol of eternal love from which you may draw for comfort, inspiration, strength, and encouragement. Michael, please place the ring on Charisse's finger and repeat after me. I, Michael, take you, Charisse, to be my wife. With this ring, I thee wed. I, Michael, yes. Okay. I, Michael, take you, Charisse, to be my wife.
I, Michael, take you, Charisse, to be my wife. With this ring, I thee wed.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Charisse, will you please place the ring on Michael's finger and repeat after me? I, Charisse, take you, Michael, to be my husband. With this ring, I thee wed.
I, Charisse, take you, Michael, to be my husband. With this ring, I thee wed.
Michael and Charisse, you have made your marriage vows to one another and exchanged rings in the presence of friends and family. May I ask you both to look out into the crowd and feel all the love in this room today. We all support you on this journey and will be there for you always. Okay, now turn towards each other. Thank you. Michael and Charisse, by the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. May you seal this promise with a kiss. Thank you.